Hello, and this is just going to be a video of me talking about my Black Ops Wishlist. There's not, it's the only, I'm going to have some pictures up with Black Ops screenshots in the background so you can enjoy them while I talk. And right here is just a little wish list I have planned out. Okay, first of all, I think there are some aspects of Modern Warfare 2 that should be put into Black Ops, such as, I think, perks. Besides Commando, which they've already said, I think they've said no to. Also, One-Man Army. But now here's what I want. I also just one playlist like that's bare bones, that literally has no kill streaks, no perks, and no attachments. It's just all out. That should be one playlist. And also, I like the ideas of what I'm hearing. Again, this is what I'm hearing, that the Black Ops will only have 15 kill streaks. Well, up to 15. Not necessarily 15 kill streaks. I think that's a pretty great idea because people aren't going to be necessarily boosting. And I also think they shouldn't include camos, because what happened, what's always happened in Infinity Ward's games has been they've had camos, and people will go to cage matches like COD 4, third-person cage matches on Modern Warfare 2, which is now gone. And now it's getting to the point where they said they can't take tactical insertions out. It's crazy that they can't stop this. And Treyarch, I think, is doing a great job of having no camos, and I want that to stay. Unless you can automatically choose your camo anyways. I mean, I think that'd be a pretty decent idea if you can, like, maybe choose your camo. Because if people get to the point to where they have to boost for their camos, I'm pretty sure the reason why you see so many boosters in Modern Warfare 2 is because of the people that they just want camos, and they think that if they have fall camo, they have 15 extra damage points. Which is kind of stupid. And also, I think that they also want challenges done, and that's why all that Modern Warfare 2 had to do to stop boosting for good, inside free-for-all at least, is only go up to 25 kills. Because what this does is it makes you can still get the nuke, but you won't be able to call it in. Let's say you go 25-0, yeah, you'll get the nuke, but game's over. And therefore, if you have a logical common sense, you wouldn't boost. Okay, moving on, I think that grenade launchers should probably be removed from multiplayer because it's just annoying and it's skillless. I don't want to say totally take it out because it's a part of war, but I mean it's just unfair in games. I like the idea of Scavenger not refilling claymores or equipment. I like that idea too. I like what Black Ops is doing so far and what I've heard. And apparently they have not messed up any. And try and bring War back as well, because War was the single most greatest game mode ever invented by any type of developer, and that's straight from the heart. That was the best game mode I've ever experienced in my life. And also Nazi Zombies, I've heard it probably will be back, and Nazi Zombies was just like a way to get away from it all. I mean, if you're frustrated with the game, hop on Nazi Zombies, have a good time. And if they can possibly bring that back as well, that'd be great. And I know that they don't control this, but Activision does, and please do not charge $15 for map packs. Only charge 10, and I think you should have 3 maps and a Nazi Zombie map for map packs. Or, if you really want to, like, include, maybe, if somebody pre-orders the game or something, well, not necessarily pre-order, but if they, like, get, like, a limited edition, they get the first map pack free or something. Like, if you were to sell a limited edition, like Modern Warfare 2 did, they included Call of Duty Classic, which I have right now, but I didn't buy it with the hardened edition or anything. But I have it right now, and it's not too good, but I guess you can say it's worth it to see the first Call of Duty game ever made. But yeah, I like perks and I like kill streaks and I like attachments on my guns, but I like all that, but it would be a lot better if they had a game mode that didn't have that, just so it can be an option, maybe. And another thing is make sure that there aren't any real flaws with the game. We all know that the MP40 was ridiculous, but to be honest, at least it had recoil, because every single gun in World at War had recoil, except for, I think, the only gun that really didn't have any was some of the Gewehr, but it needed no recoil. I can understand that it had no recoil, because it's a single shot. I love the single shot rifles. Some of the guns that you can bring into Black Ops, maybe. Definitely we're going to be seeing the AK-47 M16. That's obvious. That's obvious stuff right there. And I would also like the M16 to be automatic, because in real life you can choose between automatic single fire and rapid fire of some sort, whether it be a 2-shot burst or 3-shot burst. These are just some aspects in which I think they need to add into the game. Also, some kill streaks, maybe UAV. I can understand care package, because there literally was like packages coming in from the sky to resupply. I also think a resupply should actually be a kill streak and not be able to get it from an airdrop, because yeah, it's realistic that you get an airdrop for ammo, but then again, is it really realistic to open a laptop and call in an AC-130? No. And from what I've seen, I like the idea that you can steer your own chopper. I think that would make a lot of sense, like Battlefield. Like, yeah, Battlefield is a great example here, because you also, I heard that vehicles are coming back, and that's by vehicles I think they mean tanks. But what I was picturing in my mind whenever Call of Duty 4 was at its end, and we were thinking what would be inside Modern Warfare 2, I think that like vehicles for transports, if you were to have like big maps, like jungle type warfare, maybe you can have like vehicles to transport you somewhere. That would be very realistic, but it's not. I don't really like the idea, because I like the idea of just hand-to-hand combat. And we're a little bit over 8 minutes. I can't believe I talked for 8 minutes, but I'm gonna keep going, I guess. Really, a mixture of COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, and Battlefield would fit perfectly into this game, because you have the aspects of Battlefield to where you can control your own equipment, and you have Modern Warfare 2's movement. Call of Duty in general has great movement, and what I mean by movement is, compared to Battlefield, you move a lot smoother, and that's I love that. That's why people play Call of Duty and not other first-person shooters. And also the movement of, I guess you can compare Left 4 Dead in there, because they have some great movement. I've never actually played the game myself, but I can tell from the looks of it, and I can tell from other people saying that it has great movement, that it does. Really, I want 5 perks inside of each slot. The first perk slot has 5. The second slot perk has 5, and the third slot perk has 5 as well. That way, it totally balances out. You might say, well, Modern Warfare 2 does that. Not necessarily, because they actually have 6 third perks, and I think that's kind of stupid to have 5 first perks, 5 second perks, and 6 third perks. And especially whenever you can abuse perks that can be put together for advantages, like Marathon Lightweight Commando, for instance. It's just not right. And I think, again, I've heard this from the podcast of Painkiller already. that they will like give you 2 perks, or you get to pick your first perk and they'll give you 2 perks. Hopefully they'll get that right, and if not, I think they shouldn't include it at all. Second of all, well, not second of all, what am I saying? Probably 15th of all, I think no death streaks you shouldn't be rewarded for doing bad at a game. I know that Infinity Ward wanted to appeal to like the bad players or inexperienced players or just casual players that play the game for fun, and that's fine. But to be honest, let's get real. Don't reward players for doing bad. Add Juggernaut back if you have to. Really, people didn't really not really notice this, but if you have stopping power and you're shooting someone with Juggernaut, it completely cancels out. What it does is basically both perks are useless in that sense, because one has stopping power, one has Juggernaut. Stopping power makes it to where one bullet can kill faster. Juggernaut makes it to where one bullet you can take. So that exactly balances out. And if they have the same connection and they go head to head in a gunfight, it's gonna be whoever hits correctly, I guess. And I think there should be a sense that you should be able to kill each other or wound each other, and it's really difficult for a developer to think about these sort of things. And I also like inside of the I've seen videos of Black Ops, and I like that whenever you're shooting at an AI, it will start rolling over and dodging your bullets, and that's just the most realistic thing I've ever seen from a first-person shooter. And hopefully Black Ops will look at what people have been saying, like Blame Truth, Power Puncher, and everybody. Hopefully they'll be looking at that and they'll listen to their community, and we should have probably one of the greatest Call of Duty games of its time. And I'm going to leave it off on that note. I want you all to have a good day. I know that I've talked for like almost 13 minutes coming up on it, and I just really want Treyarch not to screw up, because this might be simply because it's going downhill. It's just going downhill. The Call of Duty franchise seems like it's going downhill, and they need a hero to lift it up. And Treyarch, hopefully you know what you're doing, and you can be great community managers, and you can be a great friend. You can help Call of Duty become even what it be. Yeah, can't talk, but become even more so, greater than what it is. And that is just a great feeling that you can deliver on this. Anyways, I'll see you guys later, and hopefully I'll be doing more commentaries soon and whatnot. And see ya.